today. From Oklahoma City, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Oklahoma City Bisons taking on St. Louis.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between our visitors and the Oklahoma City Bison. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoy...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Delayed give to Foster. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They bring their punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here we go, set, 10 flat. Okay, ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Spinning away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Richardson to the air on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Foster on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Richardson.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Come on, set, track 38.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he will find his man on the outside. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 1st and 10, it's Richardson.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Going up the middle, Foster. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Over the middle, it's complete.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Curtis.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Collins.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A 1st down carry for Foster. And able to work his way down to the 16. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Foster. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Collins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Over the middle, complete. That's Foster. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Curtis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
11 yards on the pickup there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Second and 6. He finds his man complete. It's Collins.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 1. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bulldogs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Point after, right down the middle, and it makes the score 21-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 35-13, the final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2nd and 4. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Curtis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Second and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Richardson shotgun on third down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Richardson now on 2nd down.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Richardson.
That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Great coverage there. Holds them to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's caught by Davis.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Bulldogs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Point after here coming up. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. That time a 6-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They run up the middle with Foster. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Richardson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Play action. Now Richardson.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Richardson.
Being chased out left. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
They go play action with Richardson.
This is caught. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Richardson, and this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Richardson to the air on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Richardson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Richardson. And he's got his big tight end here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff now, Foster. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Richardson now on 3rd and goal.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll hand off to Foster. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Now Richardson.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here we go. 45. White.
A give. This is Foster.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it in the hands of Foster.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
This is Foster. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
It's Foster, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bisons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Second down and inches. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That's complete. It's Collins.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Oklahoma City,
they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.